Yo, what's up, YouTube? Hope all is well, world. We're gonna get back into another video today, but this one we're gonna talk about first Kayflock being sentenced today to 30 years in jail. I mean, actually in prison. This is crazy. I know we all remember what happened a few years ago with Kayflock, and you know that whole situation, him walking by the barber shop and shooting the homeboy who allegedly started the confrontation, shot him. Was supposed to be self-defense. So let's read this article first from Times Now. So basically, Bronx drill rapper Kayflock, real name Kevin Perez, received a 30-year prison sentence Tuesday in New York federal court after 2025 conviction of racketeering, conspiracy, attempted murder, and assault with a deadly weapon and firearm charges. So as you can see here, as we can see right here, the situation. So yeah, 30 years. So the 30 years was just given actually literally 34 minutes ago. It was 34 minutes ago. Said before Kayflock, whose real name Kevin Perez, 22 years old, Bronx rapper who breaks out his like and the propel him to fame. And also, as we know that he was convicted today on racketeering, conspiracies, attempted murder, and related firearm charges, streaming from his role in the violent Southside DOA gang. All right. Okay, like red arm and, and using rap fame, the racketeering conspiracy charge encompassed multiple incidents where gang members targeted enemies, wounding bystanders, and crossfire. Clayton emphasized Perez threatening his rivals, bragging about his shootings and taunting his victims through music videos and lyrics that prosecutors introduced as evidence. The firearm discharge office offense, not bad, carried a mandatory minimums, stacking with attempted murder convictions. As I was saying before, you remember the whole situation with K Flock and his Mary Jane's freaking um, that whole shooting honestly started this whole situation with the racketeering. They've been watching the Bronx drill rappers from him, Dougie B Love. He also had I remember he also had Nas and BK, but um I remember there was a situation like this that happened recently with shoot, I forgot his name. He was a drilly he was a drilly Spaz Drilly. That's him. Spaz Drilly. This situation kind of reminded me of Spaz Drilly. How they both got convicted and they serving long bids at the moment. Honestly, now they talk about the impact culturally. I mean, ever since 2021, artists like Fabio Foreign and Little TJ as well has been balling out in the music industry, especially for the New York City. Yep. So basically, as I was saying, the 30-year bid ends a swift arc from teenage freestylers to convicted gang figure with supervised release extending oversight. So 30 years, he lived in New York. Let's see how much time he got to actually serve in the state of. Don't serve all of it. I have to serve and serve a sentence. in New York State. New York State. Here. Give me 1 second. Mama Gloria. Let's see right here. How much time you have to serve? How much percentage? Well, that's it. How much? How much percentage? Let's see. So in New York State, inmates can reduce their prison time by earning good time credits, potentially up to 1/3 of their sentence for good behavior program participation, like education, work treatment, and program completion degrees and apprenticeships. Okay, okay. So you just got to serve 1/3 of it. So 30 years, 1/3 of 30, around 10 years or some change you have to serve. But still, that's a long time, especially in a rap career. That's really gonna kill us buzz. And you know how music changes constantly. So I don't know. Maybe he could have like a max B run, possibly when he once he get out. But that's neither here or there, honestly. So let's go back to see if there are any videos that came out with Kayflock. Okay, let's look at this video. This was 9 days ago, even though we know his um that he was convicted. Let's watch this from Swayze TV. Just a real quick video.
Yeah, I'm in Gotham City in the Batmobile. Even though it get crazy, niggas don't talk like Swayze.
What up? This is Swayze and bruh, they are trying to throw the book at Kayflockington. Now I'm sure all of you guys know by now, Kayflock has been locked up for a minute for the murder of Waska. If you're not familiar with the story, let me refresh your memory. Lord Flockington was walking past a barbershop with Shawnee Bonnie. One of his ops was inside of that barbershop and recognized him. He decided to leave the shop and approach Kayflock. Kayflock defended himself, shot Waska. While Waska was on the ground, one of his mans came out there and picked up the gun off of him and went back into the barbershop. Kayflock and Shawnee Bonnie
Yeah,
fled.
this was the shooting that I was talking about before that happened in 2021 in Harlem when Kayflock was walking down the street with someone else and someone came out the barbershop that he walked past by and confrontation started. Then, you know, guns blazing, niggas start getting put on t-shirts. You know, it's typical shit.
The scene. This happened on December 16, 2022, and he has been locked up since. Now that happened when he was 18 years old, and it seems like at the end of the day, they are trying to bury this kid because some court documents was released by Inner City Press that shows that they are trying to give that man 50 years. Now let me read this for you. Consistent with the calculations in a July 30th, 2025 pre-sentence investigation report, the defendant faces an aggregate recommended sentence under the United States sentencing guidelines of 50 years imprisonment. The U.S. Probation Office recommends that the court imposed that sentence for the reasons set forth below. The government agrees that a sentence of 50 years imprisonment would be sufficient, but not greater.
God damn, they trying to give the man 50 years. They really want to make sure that he don't come back to be able to make any rap songs. Honestly, yeah, they trying to send him up the river with this one.
Than the necessary to satisfy the purpose of sentencing. Such a sentence is needed to account for the egregious nature of the defendant's conduct, the extent of the harm he inflicted on those around him, his history and characteristics, and the need to promote respect for the law, to protect the public, to afford adequate deterrence, and to provide for a just punishment. Now, what are they talking about? Basically, you know how he got hit with the RICO. The whole DOA RICO went down. A lot of people went down, and they piled on Wasker's murder onto that RICO. Well, it looks like they're trying to give him 50 years. They're asking for 50 years imprisonment. And as I just read, the government agrees that a sentence of 50 years imprisonment would be sufficient. So what does that mean for Kayflock? He gets sentenced on December 16th. So we're going to have to sit here and wait and see what they're talking about. Now, do I think they...
And September 16th has came, and we know he's gonna get a 30 piece. Literally.
he's going to get a full 50 years? I don't know. I'm thinking probably around 20 years they might give him, he'll have time served. So he might be home in like, what you say, 17 to 15 years? But if they give him 50 years, bro, that's some Max B shit. We ain't seen that nigga until GTA 7. We ain't even get 6 yet. But I'm not going to
talk about,
hold you with the recent photos and videos that we've seen of Kayflock and the Great Spirits. He seems like he's holding it down and keeping his head up while in imprisonment. But we got to see, man. We got to see, because 50 years is insane.
1 second, y'all. Hey, what's up, yo? What's up? Back. I'm back. Had to go get something real quick. Let's proceed.
When I heard that, I had to come out of retirement just to inform you guys. Because what's going on right now? But pull up in the comment section, let me know how you feel about this situation. 50 years, y'all. 50 years. Don't do crime, kids.
Okay, I see another video
Don't
from
do
Swayze
crime.
TV.
But if you like the video, don't
right here. 8 minutes ago.
Are we ready for this party?
Guests are on their way and food and drinks were just delivered.
Now what about the music? It's gotta be my new one, right? Play it.
I'm a bad man, I'm a masked man.
I'm not sure this is right for your niece's party.
Yeah, I'm in Gotham City in a Batmobile. Even though it get crazy, niggas don't talk like Swayze.
What I do is look at your screen! Look at your screen! bro, they sitting there trying to say that Kayflock had 5 teachers in his classroom, that he was riding the short bus, that he is mentally disabled.
Riding the short bus, man. Much more like riding the small bus, short bus for niggas with physical disabilities. A small bus with stupid niggas who fucking, be doing crazy ass shit, shooting. But I mean, that situation was self-defense in my books. I'm from Florida, so we have stand your ground law here.
And he cannot be the leader of the. But I want you guys to look at your screen, and it reads, the defense argues that the defendant could not have been the leader because he was managed on the street by CW1. I think CW1 is cooperating witness 1. I'm not sure. Please correct me within the comment section if I'm wrong. But it continues to read, due to the defendant's purported intellectual disability, there is absolutely no evidence in the record to support that claim. It is true that the defendant joined Southside gang when he was younger than CW1 and that they were friendly. But there is no evidence that CW1 managed the defendant in any way.
We kind of went over this part. The lawyer saying that he's intellectually incompetent to be able to do this, but I'm
in
like,
the older generation,
honestly, I'm like, if you so intellectually incompetent, how you're able to get a huge buzz, have all these people around you, you have a whole damn pot, like a whole damn squad around you, taking orders, making music. You got influence. You like honestly like a rapper with influence, like a rapper influencer. Honestly, especially in the beginning part of his career. That's gonna be honestly for me. I believe it's gonna be hard for them to prove, but let's see.
were unable to manage the defendant and his peers as they committed violence and brought unwanted police attention to the neighborhood. So, bro, what they're basically sitting there trying to say is this. There is no way Kayflock could have been the leader of DOA or Southside, because at the end of the day, he was being controlled by CW.
We know this nigga was not being controlled like that. Let's be real, man. This nigga won't like that lifestyle, like the attention kept constantly going on. Instagram live, chasing niggas down like a dog. Come on. Let's speed this up a little bit. Let's speed past this court part.
At the end of the day, the feds, the government, they're trying type of way, shape, or form be the leader of this gang. Now I'm not gonna hold you. I think that method is patched. They're basically trying to go with the Kayflock is retarded type of defense. That's what they're trying to go with. Can you imagine?
Honestly, this is like a lost case. Kayflock, if I was you, just serve your time, getting them programmed so you get 1/3 off your sentence commuted, and you've been there for a few years. You should, may I say 17 years, you get out. You still young. You won't get out in your 20s most likely. You possibly do have a chance to a rap career maybe, but you got to change up your whole flow. Music constantly changing, so I don't think it's that bad for you. Just live a regular productive life and keep it pushing, man. Okay. All right. So this is the video for today. I'll keep you up with this, and I want to say thank you all for watching. If you like, share, and subscribe, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a good day.